Hey everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon. I am here with the Tracey Hughes, founder of Leading Ladies, among other things. What are your titles?
Oh, well, I mean, titles, definitely the founder of Leading Ladies, which is the thing I'm the most passionate about at the moment. But I'm also the head of education for Paul Bryant, and I have my own independent brand for Tracey Hughes Education too.
Well, you're just the best, and this Leading Ladies thing is just quite the buzz. Everybody's so excited about this. In a nutshell, why did you start this program?
Look, Leading Ladies was simply an idea I woke up with one day because I saw that there were so many amazing women in our industry that are truly giving back selflessly that deserve the recognition. So I also feel that it was the right time for the industry right now. So by launching Leading Ladies, it was a great opportunity for us to be able to bring together these iconic women, these influencers, all these different diversity that we're creating across the panels, bring them together and let them share their stories, their message, the reason behind what they do. And also for them to share some really great, invaluable business advice. So it was very much about just creating a community of support because our industry has over 85% women in it. And we want to create that support for women, for them to realize that, yes, they can have a fabulous career. Yes, they can have a family and they can get that elusive work-life balance, but also to realize that we all go through the same challenges and that we're here to help support them as leaders of our industry to help them become leaders of their life. But I have to say we've done quite a lot of events now with Leading Ladies, but that very first one in Orlando is a moment that I will cherish the rest of my life because we were all in tears afterwards because of the connection, the audience were coming up, and that seats 2,500 people. Every single one of them were coming up and hugging us and saying how much we touched their lives and how much we've inspired them. They were laughing with us, they were crying with us, and that's what makes it so worthwhile, and that's what's so special about Leading Ladies.
Well, it's so magical. It's a magical time for women and ladies in general because when you and I first spoke about this, I remember years ago, I've been with Modern for 39 years at this point, and I remember in the olden days that was always men who contacted me. Women would never contact me and say, will you do a photo shoot with me? How can I get on your radar? But because of social media, they don't have to reach out to us. We can find them because of social media. Is that an important part of the whole Leading Ladies program?
It certainly is because we're bringing together numerous different generations, different diversities, different cultures, different levels of experience. And that's what's probably one of the most successful elements that's made Leading Ladies work really well. Because we're bringing these big iconic names, these younger influencers together, and of course, different ethnicities and the generation gap, etc. And also different areas of expertise. And social media is helping us get that message out there a lot more. And of course, as you said, many years ago, it was very male dominated when it came to decisions. And in the corporate world, it can still tend to be male dominated in that top end of the industry. So I think it's really great that these women are having a voice, but they're not doing it for selfish reasons. They don't want to be rock stars. I mean, they already are, of course, but they don't want to be rock stars. They're genuinely wanting to give back. And it's from the heart. It's that authenticity that's keeping it real. And one of the things that's working very well is having the 5 different categories for the Leading Ladies. So we have an icon, we have an educator, we have an entrepreneur, we have an artist, and we have an influencer. So having those different areas of expertise really gives us so much diversity across the panel. So when I write the questions for the women, I get to know them professionally, but I also get to know them on a very deep level personally, so I can really ask those questions that no one generally will ask. And that's where then also I work with our token male MC, and we've had a couple of fabulous male MCs, but of course most of the time it's been Sam Villa, and he proofs all those questions and puts his own wording to it. And it's definitely addressing some of the challenges that we face in the beauty industry as women on a day-to-day basis.
It's so funny because when I told people I was going to be meeting with you, everybody's like, tell her I want to be a leading lady. Tell her. So, I mean, the pitching's unbelievable. I already pitched one. I pitched Alison Alhamid, our chief editor, who would be an amazing.
She's phenomenal. Yeah. I love Alison. She's absolutely amazing. And what she's done for Modern is outstanding. Yeah. She's really given you a massive digital presence because she's so social media savvy. And of course, with your acumen and your experience, like you two are a dream team together.
Oh, thank you. You're so nice. All right, so I told you, she's getting ready to do a whole class, so I told you I'd only have you for a couple of minutes. Let's talk about your hair color formula here, because I love this. Tell us what it is.
It's actually really, really simple. I have a full head of highlights, which I've used our Blonde AF. which is our lightener in Pulp Riot. And the reason I do highlight is I'm actually allergic to most color, so I can't put any lightener on my scalp. So I just do a traditional full head of foil highlights, and then basically just using the Pulp Riot Semi-Permanent, just one shade, blush.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, because the lighting is so bad here, I'm just going to pull this out in the lighting. And thank you for doing this in this
You're
bad
welcome.
lighting. Yeah,
You're welcome.
See that?
So
You see that?
it's
You wanna zoom in?
blush. It matches my pink cheeks.
But there's so much dimension in it. It's
It's
lighter.
because it's highlights, that's why, because it's
Yeah.
not a solid lightener all over, or it's not a balayage. So that's why you're getting that multi-dimensional effect in there, because it's still got some of my natural color going through it as well.
Oh, it's so great.
Simple, but I've had more comments this weekend than I've ever had on my hair color in a long time.
Yeah, it was a nice, pleasant surprise. Thank you so much for giving us this time. Have a great class, and
Certainly will.
I can't wait to see you again.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
All right,
Thanks,
thanks.
guys, for
Bye.
joining us.